people. Let's wait for everyone to join. It's always a bit of a delay. Would love some reactions in the chat. Are you guys getting in? Hello, hello. Hey, Fuzz, the end guy. Welcome, guys. Oh, I hear an echo. My screen is still. My laptop. It's my backup always. Hello, Atro. Thank you for boosting the server. And UK. What's up? How is everybody doing on this evening? Here it is pretty cold. Hey, Flo. Okay. Hello, Lord Nobody. What is up, guys? Okay, I am going to start in the background with a new tube because I see that their water is getting low. And we all know that I have some bad experience with that lately. So let's change that. You guys have to remind me. Yes, remember the Renaissance. But I'll show them in a bit. They're doing okay. But if you see any almost empty tubes or stuff like that, help me out, guys. Help me out. What are your guys' experience with the sponges? To be honest, I'm not very excited. The blue sponges for the water. Better yet, I'm making a cotton one now for these guys. I also decided to put Rita on a turning display. There we go. Will Lasius Flavus be able to use the double drinker? Okay. Yes. Lasius Flavus has no problem with that. You were just in time for the Kiwi. Yeah. Yeah, most ants can. Some trapjaw, like the trapjaws that we have some problems with it. But then again, the bull ants can climb just fine. So most of them is not a problem. When I have a species that I had some problems with, I'll let you know during the stream. So let's take a look at the nest because, well, they are doing pretty good. As we know from the last time. Oh, Rita right away. There she is. Going into the crowd. And she's gone. But yeah, you can still see some of the blue liquid inside the lyre vase. Do you see it? They still had something left in their social stomach and gave to the larvae. I did not give them any extra colored drinking water. Okay, my screen already froze again on my phone. How's the Lasius experience going? Ants UK. No, my should be fine. Yes, there is actually blue larvae. And that's probably still because of the sugar water. No, this is not the bullet ants. This is the Camponotus irritans. This is Rita and the Irritators. And this is actually a colony that you can help and decide on. So this is the colony of the community. The bullet ants will be in a bit later. Okay, I think we should start with the Kiwi right away and see how they actually respond to it. If you guys disagree, let me know. Need to grab a tray. I pre-cut the Kiwi. I'm happy we are feeding them the Kiwi. Okay, yeah. That was your decision. I've never ever gave any of my ants fruit before, so I'm very curious to see what they will do. I read up on it, and I got them from an eco shop, so that should be good because you don't want pesticides in your fruit, but also always take off the peel. Same for apples and stuff like that, because most of the toxins will be in the peel. I washed them with water and then I cut them up, and there's no peel on it. So we're going to give them this and see how they respond. If they don't like it, yeah, we're gonna give them something else. We'll see in about an hour, I guess. Well, of course, we're gonna keep you updated. Let's grab some junk out of there when we're in there. They have been quite active this week. It was cool to see. I don't know if you guys noticed. I turned the setup around. Yeah, my daughter ate the rest of the Kiwi. Yeah. I changed the setup because the twigs were actually on this side. But now it's way easier for us to move from the nest to the feeding section. Yeah, the kids have to have their fruit, of course. I am gonna put the lid back on the nest because that gives us a better chance that they come out, and they are already interested, guys. They're not jumping on it, but yeah, and this way it's a better angle. The ants still have enough stuff to run around. So, yeah. I am going to grab the next setup. Let's see how it goes. By the way, guys, I decided to part with one of the Manica Rubida setups. I know I've talked about it a couple of times, but now I actually did. So they actually went to Flo, who is also in the stream right now. So he has the Frankenstein setup, and this is still the queen we started with for the challenge. And, well, see for yourself. I think we're doing quite good. They are always panicking. As soon as you take the lid off, it's panic. How do you eat these ants? We don't eat ants. They are our pets. Eating ants here in the wrong department. Do you ship to the US? Yes, we do. Thecraftingant.com. And yes, we ship to the US. Shipping costs are around, ooh, help me out, guys. What is it? I think it's 30 euros. But yes, we do ship to the US. I'm gonna clean out the outworld. They are actually all inside the nest. That's new. Oh, and one came out apparently. You have, let's see, they were running around with the eggs. The eggs are really small. Then you have larvae, and then you have like the kind of morph looking. These ants don't make cocoons, so they have naked workers. I don't know, there's a term for it, but one was running around with a pile of eggs, but I don't know where he went. Okay, today these ones are getting some simple mealworms. Yeah, it's Manica rubida, and yes, we are taking part in the Manica rubida challenge. So I am documenting them. There's a couple of episodes already on our YouTube channel. And as of today, we are monetized. This means that there will be some advertisement. I decided that I don't want mid-advertisement. So I turned that off. Not all past videos are able to be monetized. Because of some music issues. So, yep. Okay, let's go to the outworld. Gave them a large smiley tray. And they are looking good. Yo, what's up, Antkeeping? Why don't they climb out? Well, they are able to climb. They climb on the walls, but now they're interested in the food. But as you can see, there's like a bit of a glare on top of here, like a white fog. There's actually a barrier there. It's called PTFE, and they are not able to walk on it. So when they walk on it, they cannot grab hold and they will fall down. Hello, Antkeeping. So you're an Ant-Man. Yes, I'm an Ant-Man. What is the process to get monetized? You can find it in your YouTube stats. You have to have a certain amount of followers and hours. And in hours as in watch hours. Okay. I'm going to swing you guys back to Rita because they have found the Kiwi. And my stand is not helping. Sorry, guys. 1 second. There you go. They are not sure what to do with it. And UK, any hints on the next video? Yes. Tetramorium by Carinatum. The tetra breeding. Yes, it has something to do with that. Yeah. Okay. They are really not sure what to do with it. They are nibbling a bit at the back. Okay, let's check on them later. 31 people in the stream. Welcome all. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Let's take a look at our borrowed trapjaws. Oh, they actually cleaned up the nest a little. Last time they covered it up a lot. You can see that they are running around with some cocoons. Why is there an ant under the tree? Yeah. It's a bunch of monkeys. I found out that the trapjaws don't need too much hydration. Where are the eggs? Yeah, we need to do a lid flip on it. We need to do a lid flip on it. Let's see if I can spot. I can see some larvae over there. See if I can turn it a little bit so you can see it. You see the larvae? Right over there and there. There's some larvae. You see nothing. You want to need to flip on stream. You want me to do a lid flip? Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Let's see. Well, I'm not going to do a lid flip. Because why do a lid flip when you can just place a new one, and I can clean it afterwards? No, let's do it the way it's supposed to go. Let's do a lid flip. Luckily, these ants are very bad at climbing. By the way, there's been a discussion about using a cordless drill. Is it always good to use a cordless drill? No, but remember, if you are taking, let me grab the Allen key. If you are using an Allen key, you are taking a long time to get everything out. So that disturbs the ants. With a drill, that time period is way shorter. Thank you, Fuzz. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Okay, don't forget, always hold it down. Also, if you hold the nest down, the vibrations are way less. I can see that the ants are not really enjoying it, but they are not running around. Okay, the lids are normally fitting pretty tight. So what I do, I have one of those X-Acto knives, or how you call it, and I just put it in the corner, and you can just flip it up a little bit, and then you are able to flip it. Before you do it, always think about it. I developed my lids so you are able to flip it, but you have to have your holes back in the way that you can actually fill the nest. So why are there two holes? Well, because you can flip it, but this means that we have to flip it like this, so that the holes line up again. The holes for the ventilation will be in the other direction, but that doesn't matter. I try to make everything so that they now will be in this direction, but they are still open. They are not on top of the white tongue. So always be aware. When you do a lid flip, make it so that the holes line up again. And yes, stay calm. So always be ready with a pair of soft tweezers. Get your outworld open so that if there's something going wrong, you can grab them, put them back in the outworld. Well, are you ready? I'm just checking out. I see that there's one there on the edge and there's one there on the edge. They are actually ready for me. Let's go. Okay, we have one on top. And it's in the outworld. Okay, done. I am going to put the screws back. As you can hear, I'm using power tools, but on the last bit, slow down. If you are not sure, like this one, don't over torque it. Just put it down a bit above and then torque it by hand. You don't want to flex the window. You want to pull the lid on top of the white tongue. Sometimes the white tongue is a bit thicker than the nest. And you don't want to actually bend it. Okay, that's it. Now I need to check because there is a cocoon, but is it an empty one or not? Yeah, that's empty. Okay, I am going to get a towel and clean it up, and it's done. The nest looks empty. Well, it's tiny ants. That's better. I'm going to put a little bit of water on it. To clean the gunk off. By the way, guys, if you want to clean something, not with the ants inside, but if you want to clean something, it's very easy. Just grab some warm water and vinegar. Vinegar is a natural cleaning agent, and the ants are okay with that afterwards. Okay, now we are able to see. Hey, what's that? Larvae. Eggs, larvae, cocoon, and the queen. All in one shot. You bet that it will be back like this in 2 weeks. I will bet you that that is not the case. For 2 reasons. They are really bad climbers and they have to stick that stuff up there themselves. So they are very slow at it because they have to climb the wall, stick something there, and before they can climb a little bit further, they have to stick something again. They don't have the speed for it. Okay, dude, can you bring that back to the nest, please? I would appreciate it. I'm gonna put the red lid back on the nest. That might help. Where did you go? There he is. He's already going back to the nest. He's getting pushed by his sister like, what are you doing here? Get that egg bag. Egg, hear me out. Get that larvae back. And there she is. Nice. Well, let's do a quick cleanup in aisle 6. And then we are going to give them... No, they won't hurt. They won't hurt them. No, there is actually one species. I don't remember their name, or as a couple actually, but they are called. Their nickname is vampire ants, and they actually drink the blood of their larvae for nutrients. So that's funny. I cannot say that these guys are gentle. Ah, we have a dead one there. Come on. Look how tiny they actually are. Let me put it on my finger. Oh. So I don't have very large hands, but so that's the size. Why are you not focusing? There we go. Oh, it's got the stinger out. Cool. Okay, let's get the fruit flies. Hello, Ctex. Hello. How old are you? Old enough. Now, I'm 38. There we go. A couple of them are hopping around outside of the nest. Honey, why are the fruit flies everywhere? Trapjaws? Hello, Ants Apprentice. Still some hopping around. These are fruit flies that can't fly. The only thing they can do is sit on top of the drinker, which they do sometimes, and then the ants are pissed and they are just looking up like, how do we get there? How can you catch the flies? It's a culture that you buy. So I have a box that has some, moldy materials in there with fruit fly eggs. Some of those ants are going bananas. Yeah, they are flightless fruit flies. They are especially they're not that big. The ants are really tiny. So in comparisons, they look big. It's normal sized fruit flies. You feed them jello or sweet water? Sometimes a little, but they get their basic stuff from the fruit flies or buffalo worms. And these are real hunters. They are, they don't like pre-killed food. The name of this ant is Odontomachus clarus. And it's a trapjaw ant. Okay, let's move on to the next colony. I am going to swing you back to Rita. Let's see how they are doing. They really don't know what to do with the Kiwi. They are on it, but do you have red ants? Yes, Manica rubida. You just missed them. You stay a bit longer, I will get them back at the end. Okay. Back to one of the most stubborn ant species that we have. And I'll show you why in a second. Yeah, they're drinking the juices, but normally they also get chunks out of there. I want to see your Camponotus colonies. Well, you're looking at one. It's Camponotus irritans. But the Nico branches is still coming, and the Parius is still coming. So, yeah. But first, we are going to our Singularis. And it's just funny. As soon as they think, well, the nest is not humid enough, they bring all the brood outside. Don't ask me why. But all the brood is outside of the nest. Frozen baby mice. Well, not frozen. I give them baby mice, but then, what's it called again? I let them thaw for before that. But yeah, you can find the time lapse on the. I did it with the Tetramorium. Yeah, one tried to escape. But they are tiny ants. But that's what I was saying just before when we did the lid flip. Don't over torque these screws, because then there is space between the white tongue and the plexiglass. So just torque them enough that it's flat with the plexiglass or with the white tongue. Okay, these guys also need a new tube, so I'm going to fix that. But first, let's give them some food. As you can see, there's always one of them on the trays. That's why there's a couple of trays in there, because they don't seem to want to go off. Get off. No, off. No, not three of you on there. Never mind. Let's give them some new food and see what happens then. Okay. They have crossed the barrier. And there's one running around there, and you can see that they are actually, when they pissed, their gaster goes up. And then you can see the heart-shaped. Okay, before you walk off the table, get back in there. They are really small devils, they are. But they are awesome. I really like them. Now that we have them in this setup, that they have more space, really love them. Okay, that tray was empty. They are still on the other one. Yeah, let's give them a bit meal. You hit 30 workers today. Nice. Have you shown the notice today? No, not yet. They are doing okay. I'm still really pissed at myself. I apologized 2 times to Renee, I think. By the way, guys, opinions. I have been testing with alcohol this week, or alcohol with baby powder. What do you guys think of that? Because for me, it works really well. Well, sure, smokes a lot. You're here. I don't know why. You're here. You made the decision to apparently say something. So, yeah, well, welcome. We are ant keepers. So our hobby is looking at ants and trying to learn from them. I'm going to make a quick tube for them. I'm afraid that the alcohol makes the acrylic crack. Oh, that's a good one. I have applied it a couple times now. I don't know yet. We will see. But it also depends on the type of acrylic that you use. But that's a good point. I have to check if mine is actually resistant to that. I always blow smokes at spiders. Yeah. A lot of people hate spiders, but don't forget that they keep a lot of other stuff outside of your house. Okay. They have a new tube. It's completely full, so that's nice. Oh, thanks for the subscription, Sir Smurgalot. Do I have a spider collection? In my room in the corners, but no, I don't keep spiders. No. And up your sister. Get back here. Yeah. Yeah, it's UK ants and ants UK. They are nipping from it, but what do you guys think? Should we keep it like this, or should I give them some protein as well? It's up to you. The kiwi, it is quite a soft kiwi, to be honest. Protein as well. Remove it if they just start ignoring it. Yeah. Okay. Give them freedom. I am not allowed to let these ants go. Are they invasive? No, but they just don't belong here. This is the sister colony from Rita. This is the Parvulus. Can we find the queen? Yes. There's the queen, the one with the gold. They climb into the double drinker and drink there. Yeah, that queen is about 15 millimeters. I didn't know you had Parvulus. Yes, we got the Parvulus at the same time with Rita. They were both a gift from the ant merchant when we bought the Diversa. So it's been quite a while. But as you can see, they are a bit behind on Rita. They're still doing fine, but yeah, it's in the unboxing video at the end. Have you ever put two queens together in one container? No. And I'm not planning to. I don't like ant fights or something like that. I know that they occur in the wild, and that it's something natural, but why should I? Okay, there's a lot of mess in there. Yep. Could you move out of the way, please? Thank you. You make the shoveling so it looks so easy. Why don't they eat the shell? Some species do eat the shells, but the shells is just a hard material. And as long as you give them a lot of stuff, they won't eat it because they don't need to. They prefer the soft stuff. But for instance, the tetra will eat everything from a mealworm, but they will leave the outer shell of like a dubia or something. I have the small vacuum, but then there's a chance that you actually also hit the ants. And if it's not necessary, I don't do it. So I only use the small vacuum for escapees when there's like tetras escaping or something like that. My tetrabarcurnatum always leave the outer part. Well, mine don't. Actually, these ones are getting a Mauro worm. Always have to take the guts out. From the giveaway, have you ever heard of Antkeeping who lived underground? No, doesn't ring a bell. I don't know exactly why, but the Parias and the Irritants don't like their Mauro worms too big. If you cut them up too big, they'll just leave them. So, tiny pieces. They are out in numbers, though. Guys, don't forget, if you want to see a species or anything, you let me know. Do you use fluon only on the ceiling or only on the ceiling? Because fluon doesn't work in corners. Because in corners they can push themselves against two sides and still walk up. So it works in containers without corners. So like rounded containers it works, and else you have to do it on the roof. Or you have to pack it real thick, but then it's better to go to alcohol instead of PTFE. Bye, NGK. Thanks for joining. What's the best way to get started with ants? Get a not too hard species and then a nice setup. I will grab a nice starter species. This is already a big colony. It's the biggest setup that we own right now. So then most people already know which ants I'm grabbing. I actually need to make some space, else the setup doesn't fit here. How many times a week do you feed your ants with protein and liquid? That depends on the species. Most 2 times a week. Some don't even get sugar water. Some don't get a lot of protein, like seeds and stuff like that. How old is your Parias? About 1 year. I got her as a queen in March or May. I'm not sure. Okay, this is Camponotus nicobarensis. And this is Nikita and the Femme Fatales. You can see her in a video. not from this week, but from last week. They completely moved out of the medium nest, so I was finally able to disconnect that one. But they are so nice to see in the outworld. Okay, that's enough water. Should we see if we can find her? She's actually a very active queen, but the irritants. Yeah. I'm constantly showing them because the irritants is Rita. Well, I don't see the queen. Let's get you guys to the outworld. I'm still really happy with this setup. Why is the camera not helping me? Sorry. The tetras. Yeah, we're going to get the tetras out in a second. Let's get that feeding tray out of there. They are such happy campers. I am going to give them a color. I am going to give them some green. They aren't... They got a lot of space, yeah, because they got a new setup. Okay. But it's so fun to see the Nicos in this setup. There's always activity in the outworld. And they are just so active constantly. It's really nice. So Nico is actually a Campanodus that can be polygyne. This is a monogyne colony. It only has one queen. But that's why they are one of the faster growing Campanoduses. Also on requirements, they are pretty easy. So yeah. Do you put 2 species of ants in one box? I am thinking of making a bigger natural setup, and then it is possible to put 2 passive ant species together. For instance, we're gonna get the acorn ants in a bit. They are pretty passive, and from what I've known, you can put them like with the Campanodus parius, so that would be nice. Yeah, the spider wood in here is not cheap. That's true. What other protein get you give instead of mealworms? Well, I have red runners, I have grasshoppers, crickets, buffalo worms, fruit flies, bigger cockroaches. So I have different kinds. The tetras I will give dubias. They're like big cockroaches. You build your own tanks with reptiles. Yeah, that's cool. The girlfriend doesn't let me get any reptiles. The shop where I get most of my feeders, they have a lot of stuff. They have an alligator, they have snakes, they have tortoises, and they have skinks and all kinds of other cool reptiles. And I'm like, oh, I really want one, but it's not gonna work for me. If there's enough food, you can put them together, and if there's enough space. But they have to be passive. Acorn ants are the most passive ant species I have at the moment. I'm sorry, it's focused on the wrong bit. I give them some green sugar water. Yeah, well, with the nice thing with the ants is that my girlfriend doesn't come into this room anymore. So that's good, and it's also good that she doesn't know what everything costs. She loves ants. Oh, that's nice. I wish mine did. But then again, my kids do. Should we get my kids' Lasius Niger out? You want something from TCA? if you want a fake notification of something free, Mike, let me know. Tarantulas for pets. Oh, that's cool. I don't know if is Renee in the stream yet. I haven't seen Renee yet because he has some nice spiders. I'm not sure about it, guys. So is the camera stand. What is happening with my camera stand today? What is that thing doing? I'm sorry, guys. Hey, Norwegian Antkeeper, what's up? Okay, is there anything that you guys want to see? I am grabbing the Lasius Niger from my daughter. Have you ever thought about raising velvet ants? Velvet ants? What was... Oh, I don't... What was the name again from velvet ants? The Roman name. What is my camera stand doing today? I'm sorry, guys. Okay, Lasius Niger. 52 viewers. Thank you, guys. Don't forget, like and subscribe. There we go. She is not... They are in need of a setup. Just got back from D&D with some friends. Sorry for being late. I always want to do a game of D&D. Never did that before. I printed some stuff for a friend of mine, and he invited me, but we just never got around to it. Velvet ants. Big bad stinging ants. Okay. Well, we got stinging ants, so I'm not afraid of that anymore. So these are Lasius Niger. It's the only pink the crafting ant nest. My daughter caught this queen herself. And we decided, she decided not to put them in hibernation. I feed them on Sunday. She feeds them on Wednesday. No, I'm not going to let an ant bite me. It's no... I don't see the use for it. Wallpaper at the crafting ants. What is up with your Carabera? Sadly, they have passed away. Am I getting them again? Hell yeah. What is the Smith scale on their sting? I have no clue. Let me get them out. You can see the size of them. velvet ants are actually wasps. Oh, was that the thing? Yeah, I did. My girlfriend actually makes pies sometimes for fun and for birthdays and stuff. So she has like that spinning thing from IKEA, and I just yanked it. So, the cigar factory. And at the moment, there are not a lot of cigars. But there are a ton of new workers. Again, Stijn Hendrik from the Ant Merchant. Thank you very much. I got this colony. I was borrowing it from them to make content and to test this nest. And on the last live stream, during the live stream, I got a notification from Stijn. Congratulations with the 1,000 subscribers. You can keep the Filosa. So it is our colony now, guys. For people that are new to the channel, these ants do not accept pre-killed food. So in a few moments, we are going to do a live feeding session. Stijn gave 2 away, yeah. Well, you pulled the straw, the short straw on that one, Flo. Again, guys, people have been asking about it. How is it going? How is it going? This is the last version of the Jaw Drinker. So, yeah, we are making progress. Am I happy with it? No, still not. Gotta head out for now, but I'll be back. Oh, thanks, Clint. Okay, let's get some of the junk out. I don't know why, but they are always pulling the cotton. I mean, this is a full tube. You can see the bubble there. There was this much over there. They are just pulling that stuff out of there. And I know that you use it for cocoons, but there's like so much in here also. But that's fine. They make a nice trash pile, and I can clean it up easily. What 3D printer do you have? I have 2. I have a Bamboo Lab PS1, a P1S, and I have an Ender 3 V2 SE. Sorry, I have to think. And okay, again, guys. We are doing live feeding with these ants. I will now drop sorry, something in my eye. I'm gonna put a cricket in there, and they are going to hunt it and kill it right away. That was fast. Sorry for the bad camera work. She's already stung. She is already stung. 3D print a fake ant and put it near the queen. They work with pheromones. So there's no pheromones on a printed queen, so they won't be interested. Oh, it's got its belly. See, whoa. How far it is inside the belly. Damn, I haven't seen that before. You know what filament you should use? I know what filament you use. The order came in that box. Yes, that's not a secret. And there was also a sticker on the box. Because I recycle all packing materials. Okay, that cricket is not in best shape. I recycle my packing materials. So I reuse the boxes. I reuse bubble plastic, stuff like that. I don't see why I shouldn't. For the same year, what is the grass fastest growth? Nico's, Parvulus, Irritators, Nico's. Nico's by far. Yeah, reduce, reuse, and recycle with my logo. It's actually thanks to Violet from the Discord server. Violet actually made that for me. I asked her because she is a graphical designer, and I asked her, "Could you make me that?" And she was like, "Yeah, that's cool." So thank you, Violet. You can have all the tools and skill and knowledge. It's the skill and knowledge that makes the difference. Well, that's a very important thing. Questions about what is the fastest growing. It's good questions. Before you buy ants, think what you want. Don't buy impulsive. Think, what kind of species do I want? What do I want to see? Do I want fast growing, slow growing? Do I want big ones, small ones? Normally, the bigger ones are slower in growth. Do I want to see them hunt? Do I want them to see them gather? Pick a species that fits your desire. Well, bye, Laza. So that's one of the important things. Just buy something that you would like to see. It's nice to see you guys. Last week, of course, was a busy stream with the giveaway. That there's still more than 40 people in the stream. Again, guys, thank you very much. Without you guys, I am not able to do this. So, thank you. I buy impulsive. I've been keeping less than... Well, dude, I started the same. I started with one colony. It went too slow, Lasius, Niger. In 3 months, in 2 months, I had 8 colonies and 3 species. But they were all native beginner species. And now I have ants from all over the world. But before I get the ants, I get all the information on the ants. Am I able to keep them? Is it a good idea? What's the information? So be sure that you know what you are getting yourself into. I mean, buying a Lasius Niger or a Nico, you're fine. These guys, it's a bit of a different thing already. The Tetras, gotta know what you're doing. They look easy, but they're bastards. So, yeah. Okay. Guys, I'm not sure about the Kiwi. And there goes the phone stand again. I am not sure about the Kiwi. Tetras, please. Yes, we will get the Tetras out. You voted against the fruit. Ah, okay. Well, it was your choice again. I decided on the Tetras. A small story. Some of you might have seen it. Placed it on Discord. I decided to, in a live stream on Discord. I was in the live stream with Flo, I think. And I decided to make 2 split offs, and I actually have it worked. I'm not going to show them today. That's because they are testing a nest. But I've been power feeding them because I want to see if I can make more split offs. So they are actually getting food every day. Every single day they get sugar water and they get food. So this brood chamber is full. It's full. You can see that there is a hole on the side there. There you have a hole, and then it's just up. There is a centimeter of brood in there, in this whole chamber. This one, you can see also, just by the height, it's stacked to the roof. This chamber is stacked on this side to the roof, and then it slopes down, and here you can see the bottom. Again, in the back there, brood, brood, brood. Tetramorium bicarinatum, inbreeding and just insanely fast growing. So I made 2 split offs. I know that there are queens in there. And I was lucky enough, they were on the lid. So I took the lid off and I just tapped them into an outworld. Flo saw me do it. And then I was like, okay, well, why not do it a second time? So we waited a bit, and then I did the same thing with a second wave. And again, there was 2 queens in there. Later that night, don't ask me why, there was a ton of brood in the outworld. So I grabbed my little shovel and I put a bit of brood in both those setups. I started out with a prototype nest and a feeder, but that was too small. So now it's a full small setup. Yeah, they just donated brood, and it was a lot. It was both nests got a shovel full. Just whoop, whoop. Yeah, it's amazing. So they are testing a nest now, which is really awesome. And yeah, if the nest is doing great, I will update you guys more on that. And in the end, yeah, I probably am going to sell those tetras. As you key, these are the tetras. Oh, you need the Temnophorax. Yeah, we can see the Temnophorax. First, they are constantly making a mess. There are some dead ends in there, so they are. The funny thing with these guys is that they are always on the shovel, but they stick to the shovel. So I just go back into with the shovel slowly, and then the live ones are still on there. You can just tap them off. Okay, they are not leaving the tray, which is fine. I got the green sugar water out. And I am going to continue with the power feeding, so they are getting a dubia. Will you send some ants to Florida? I don't have the permits for it. I'm sorry. Also, I already had a lot of questions about the tetras. A lot of people want them. I don't like the. I don't use it because of the chance that I will grab some of the ants with it. And you can use like the super pooter or something like that from Antimatters, but I don't have it. I still need to buy it. This is actually a small dubia. Nah. I need to get some bigger ones again. Oh, it's smelly. Blah. really don't like the smell when you cut into dubias. Let's take. They stink. Can we see the Temnophorax? Yes, the Temnophorax. I will get them after these ones. There we go. I got a question about that. About placing one of the trays. I just make a sideways movement, so I get the ants out of the way, and then I put it down. And yes, sometimes you, especially with these bigger colonies, you just can't help it. You will squish some. Do you have any of those plants that have symbiotic relationship with the ants? I have Lasius niger, and I had them in the garden, and they had had aphids on it, and they were eating from the aphids, but not in captivity. It was in the wild. Yeah, the sugar water is bananas. I made some videos yesterday. It's gonna be for next week's video. They just a big smiley tray full was, I think, 3 hours. Should we release a no needed colony into the wild? No. Never do that. Even if you capture them in the backyard, if you put them back sometimes later, they are not supposed to be there anymore. If you want to get rid of your ants, just sell them to somebody, give them away, something like that. Don't put them back. Okay, acorn ants, acorn ants. Where did I put you guys? Oh, up there. Yep, let's get the acorn ants. One hand, guys, one hand. Woohoo! I think we need to take the kiwi away. I'm sorry, I'm struggling with my setups again. I do not have enough space. I have a solution for it, but that's for next week. Yeah, I'm going to take it out. I am going to put a big bowl next to it with some nice food on it. I don't have any big bowls. Oh, I need to get one. That's the good thing if you produce your own stuff. I always have enough bowls. Smiley trays. By the way, guys, on the website, I changed the setups. So the mini setup and or the small setup and the medium setup, you can now choose your color and then your insert. So white tongue, wood, and mesh, all the same price for a set. So it's for medium and for the small set. So that's changed on the website. How many pipettes do you use each stream? One. It's I have a bottle here, and I have one pipette in there, because the pipette actually doesn't connect to anything but the nest. So well, I have to go to Costco's. Thanks for the video. Don't forget to hit me back in Discord. Yeah, sure. Hit me up and I'll let you know. Oh, okay. There we go, guys. Did one go on there? No. They are not impressed. Let's wait till they find the new one, and I'll take the other one out. Well, that's quicker than I thought. Yeah, they did absolutely nothing. They did absolutely nothing. So Kiwi is not the answer, guys. We cannot save the world with Kiwi. Okay. You guys asked for it, so here they are. Our beloved acorn ants. It's just eggs, 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 eggs. It's insane. Yeah, I've been looking around. I couldn't find a lot of videos, but I've never seen anybody else post a video of this many eggs. When you had to go in the stream Discord, me and Arthur looked. Yeah, I decided on it. I'm gonna buy an extra. I'm gonna buy an extra Viv. I have to. Today with Austrians, I was counting my colonies, and I gave away a lot of Lasius, nigers, and stuff like that. So I think we're at 28 colonies at the moment. What species? Temnothorax nilandri. So this week's video was a care guide for the Temnothorax, and I made this especially for these guys, or these girls. This colony is actually called, a lot of people don't know that, but this colony has a name. These are the dangleberries. And it's actually the name from a clan that I played in, and the Discord server was called the Dangleberries. So that's where the name is coming from. What do you feed them? I used a small smiley tray with nectar and small red runner on it. It doesn't really matter. Just cut it up small, and they'll take care of it. But they are gatherers. They are not killers. So be sure that you give them pre-killed food. They love their sugars. Temnothorax has the biggest size from 200 workers and no more. No, they can actually have more. I read that this species, Temnothorax nilandri, can go up to 1,000 in captivity. So, yeah, let's go for it. The fun thing is, I hadn't noticed that before. They are closing up the entrance. They did that with the other tubes. And they are building a fortress. I love when ants do that. Do I stream on Discord with a schedule? No. It's just when I'm not using the phone for recording and I'm bored, I'll do a stream. But there's no schedule for that. Schedule for streams is Sunday evening. it can get to 1,000, but 1,000 you can still almost keep in this setup. There's more than 1K of eggs in there. Nah, I don't think that. There's a couple of hundred in there. But they did have a small die-off. But yeah, it's fun to see. Their population goes up and down, but there's always a ton of eggs in there. And they love the wooden nest. So yeah. Yeah. Acorns is cool. Acorn ants. Okay. I'm gonna get the harps. I'm really curious how the harps are doing. Temnophorax nilandri. We have 2 colonies of those, and one is in hibernation, and the other one isn't. This is way better. They are very lovely. They're very gentle. They're a very gentle species. Okay, let's see how our jumping jack ants are doing. Oh, they are making a mess. But the cocoons are... Why is it still so wet in there? I did not give them more humidity. Huh? Did they get that all out of the liquid feeder? I don't understand. They are so now messy. No, I'm not doing a hard fit. No. Yeah, these guys are... I want to put them in a different nest. I'm not sure when I'm going to do this, but I want to put them in a different nest. The thing is, it's an old connector. And I'm not sure what's in there. So I'm not sure how I am going to disconnect the nest. Maybe I'm going to put a cotton swab inside there before I pull it off, so I don't decapitate any of the ants or something. That one in the back there, that's a new one. She's still a bit smaller. They grow a bit outside of the cocoon, and that's a new one. But there is still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cocoons. And there is still larvae. So that's awesome. Now I did a lid flip before on them. Was it also in a live stream? I don't remember. I think so. I think I did it in a live stream before. But no, the problem at the moment, I'll show you. I use mineral water, and there's a lot of, I think it's calcium. So I'm not sure if when I flip it, if the lid will go into the nest again the way it should. And then I might hurt the ants, so I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, the footage of them. Yeah, that's cool when they're going for it. I saw it one time in the Outworld. You can actually see another larvae there. But there's a bunch of gunk there. Not sure how I'm gonna fix this, but something that's gonna happen one of these days. I placed a fresh red runner for my ink ones today, and they have completely emptied it. Yes. What is the minimum temperature for tetras? I think that they are pretty resilient. I mean, I keep them at 26 degrees, but that's where I keep my Viv. So, yeah. There's the Irritators. She's walking on water. Did you see it? The harps they had live prey in the outworld, but they just take it when they need it. Okay. Time to look at my bad life choices. The Renaissance. So the outworld is still clean. There are no more dead ends in there. That's just a pile of food. Oh, there's one major on there. Get off. But what do you think? Do you want to see them? They have tried to find an exit to the nest. They failed, but they have tried. Let's give them some food first. Did you ever have 1,000 workers of Campanosa species? No, not yet. But I'm only an ant keeper for 1 year. And almost all the colonies that I have are started from a queen. So I don't buy big colonies. The main reason for that is because I want to help them progress, and in that way I am testing my own setups. So no, the tetras are the biggest colony at the moment. Again, guys, thank you all for joining, man. It's actually quite nice to have a gentle stream where I can actually most of the time keep up with what is going on. I do want to thank Fuzz again for being a moderator and answering all the questions. The fun part is getting only a queen and get the whole experience. Yeah, all of the experience, but yeah, the whole experience, yeah. Nothing to do in the winter. Well, not all of them are sleeping. Acorn ants you don't have to put in hibernation. But the question that you guys have, yes, the nest is booming again. So they are coming back. Also, yeah, the Nicos don't sleep. So this is the Renaissance, and they are doing good. I'm really happy with that. So again, Renee, sorry if you see it. I am sorry, but they will pull through. Now you can see with this nest that I actually made a mistake. You can see that this corner is pulled down, and that's why there is space here. So what you should do is loosen this bolt a bit. And now you can see that this part is coming down again. Same on this side. Ah, Fuzz. Thanks, dude. Let's see the Singularis. If they still have the eggs. Yeah. I have made the decision to build a second Viv for 2 reasons. Reason number 1, I want to be able to make bigger setups, and when the ants get out of hibernation, I have a problem. The second one is that I want to make an active vivarium and a quiet vivarium. So the species that I'm working with, that I have to open the door for 2 times a day, will be in one vivarium, and the one that needs peace and quiet, like the Singularis, like a Mesobarbarus, I'm gonna put those in the other viv. So yeah, but the Nodas will pull through. Back to Rita. Let's get the Singularis out. I've accidentally just chucked a fresh red runner instead of an old one. I don't know what you're saying. AdSense, Nodas. I'm still debating if I should change these guys. I did change my day and night cycle in the Viv. That should make them a bit happier. Not always Veronica. It's a type of roach that we use as a feeder. And there we go. I see them. I see them. Do you see them? Do you see them? Oh, these are gross. There. Egg pile. Egg pile. Is it a treat? No, it's actually their food. The red runners actually contain protein that ants need to survive. But yeah, guys, there's eggs. And the eggs are away from the queen. Okay, I need to clean their outworld, and I need to... Why are they crawling into the corner? Are they hiding something from us, guys? Are we missing something? You tell me. Yeah, they are a hard species, but they need a lot of peace and quiet, and because I need to use my Viv for videos and for other ants that I need to feed more often. Yeah, they don't like it. But guys, there is like 8 or 9 eggs in the corner. It's hard to see, but they are carrying around a lump of eggs there. Hey, Austrians. Is there a dead one in there? No. Is there? Not as far as I can see. Well, you mean that one? That's actually, I think it's partially holding the eggs, but you can see that the eggs are under the other one there. There you can see a part of the egg. Okay, get them some food. They are eating now. They are night creatures, so it helps that I made a schedule for the day and night. And now I actually see that they are eating, because before I couldn't spot it. So it's not Australia ants, it's Austrians. Oh, the queen is pissed. Incoming! Look how big that queen is. No, don't go for the eggs. No. Okay, I'm gonna put them back in a corner. I don't like this. We want to see eggs next week. That sugar water is almost gone. No, I got them with workers. With workers, because it's a pretty hard species, actually. Let's go to the other Lasius. Lasius niger. Why am I making such a mess today? My tools are all dirty. Don't forget, guys, clean your tools every once in a while. Warm water, vinegar. Yeah, they're drinking a lot. Okay. Back to Lasius niger. This is the oldest colony that we have. And the queen is still doing a lot. No, this is not the oldest colony that we have. The oldest colony is in the other nest that we still have to get. I'm sorry. But these ones are actually to show that you can connect everything to everything. So these have a TCR connector to a 10mm tube connector. No, they don't need sand. Some species do, because they need to spin cocoons. And these ones we gave kind of a natural setup, but most ants actually don't need sand in their setups. This one that we are looking at now don't have a barrier, and I see that there's a couple on the lid, so that's going to be fun. Let's take this plate out and see how quickly they find it. And they're already on it. I love the small natural setups, though. I have to say, I want to do it more. So I am actually looking to buy some stuff for it. Get back there. Okay, closing the lid. We have 2 escapees. How many money did you spend in total? I spent 400 euros from October. Sometimes my girlfriend does listen to stuff like this, so I'm not seeing. Well, to be honest, some stuff is sponsored. I buy only queens. At least most of the time, I only buy queens, so that's way cheaper. There are a couple of good importers now in the Netherlands, so prices here are pretty affordable. But how much did I spend? I don't know, 500 more. To be honest, I'm not sure. Ponderings need ants, yeah. Need dirt, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna get the other Lasius out before I forget. The other Lasius niger that are actually in a mesh nest with a lot of condensation. There's not much I can do about it at the moment. Sorry. See if I can find the queen. Can I show the queen? She is right there. Oh, that's not working with the light. Can you see her? You can still see a bit of brown of the butt. So let's give these guys a treat real quick. I am gonna give them some colored sugar water because I am almost out of sugar water. I only have the colored ones. So I need to get some. Do we need to use springtails in the setup? I use springtails in the harp setup. I had them in the Filosa setup. And I think I'm going to put some in the Nico Branson setup. Do you need to? No, but they help cleaning. So especially with a messier ant species, they could benefit. But I tried to put some in the Tetra outworld. Well, the Tetras like eating springtails. So that was pretty useless. What do you think about Russia? Why do you have 2 sets of nuts and bolts on there? One is to keep the mesh net, and the other one is for the glass. I will get a mesh nest in a second and I'll show you. Arizona Antkeeper. Welcome, dude. Okay, so for the mesh nest, you have the bottom tray. That's where you put cotton or crushed lava, as I use. And then with the 4 outside bolts, you bolt the bottom part down. And then with the 4 inside bolts, you bolt the actual glass down. You can see that there's a mesh there where the hydration can come through. So yeah, that's why there's 2 sets of bolts. So this is for the hydration bin. This is for the glass. Ew, it's not for you. You don't like Rita? Let's swing back to Rita. So guys, is there anything that you would like to see? Let me know. Yeah, and the harps are pretty difficult to see at the moment because they made a mess. I'm gonna get a good drink. If a lot of are out of the nest, then they need food. Lidflip number 2. No, I already said that. There's a lot of calcium probably on the outside of the nest. It's in a Gen 4, but that's probably because I'm using mineral water. So when I do the flip, I'm not sure if I can put the glass back in the right position. And then I can have some trouble, so I'm not going to do that. Yeah, ants actually exit the nest to go find food. The queen stays inside the nest. Yeah, the harps have grown. And I am going to connect a second nest. But there's a problem that it's an old connector. So I have to think about how I'm going to do that without hurting them. Because I cannot see if there's any ants in the actual connecting tube. So I might need to push some cotton in there or something before I disconnect the nest so that I don't hurt the ants. Let's see. Did we have them all? Oh, I'm going to get the scuds out again. Thanks, Arizona Ants. Guess how many subs I got now? I don't know. But guys, Arizona Antkeeper, nice guy. Guess where he's from? He makes ants content. He does live stream also. Go check out his channel. It's a cool guy. Do you give them treats? Yes. You can find out what species likes a certain food. So some foods they like more than others. And so it depends on the species what kind of treats you give them. But some species like sugar water more than others, so you give them some extra. But there's a ton of stuff that you can actually give them. You can give them chicken. You can give them pork meat. As long as it's boiled or something. I heard that Singularis doesn't like mealworms. Well, you have to cut them up real small. That's at least what I heard. But I am trying different things to see what they are actually picking up. Yeah, you can give them some oatmeal. You we tried fruit today. We tried kiwi with the Cambodia irritants. Was not a success. With you, subspecies like seeds. Okay, guys. Guess what will be sent tomorrow? Oh, dude, I hope it's your leaf cutters. It's so sad about your queen. So I hope the leaf cutters. What is something they don't like? As in food? Well, pesticides are bad for them, so you have to watch out with those. And food with mold on it is always bad. Let's have an option for like steak, chicken, or pig. Yeah, we could do that. Overly processed salami and stuff. Yeah. Well, it depends. If it's the it can be the herbs actually. So you want different kinds of meat for next week then. So cow, chicken, or pig. That might be an option for next week. Chicken, beef, or pork. Yeah. That's not a bad idea. We can, that's probably going to be the one for next week. So, is there anything that you guys would like to see? Let me know. Else, yeah, we're kind of getting to the end of the stream. Boiled salmon. Yeah, they ate salmon. That's fine. Is there anything happening that is worth seeing? Have you tried putting down different kinds and see what they choose? Yeah, but it's mostly more coincidence. What they find first, because most ant species are scavengers, and as soon as they find something, they will go for it and then go to the next. The species that you are looking at now is Cremogastus scutularis. You can see the heart-shaped bums. They're also called Valentine's ants. Gasters, yep. Their butts. Chromatogasters scutularis. How far is the zoom? Yum. Yum. But these ants are tiny. They are also known to be escape artists. They will try to get out of the setups. It's one of the reasons why I keep them, because I want to test the setups. Is it a good idea or not of not hibernating a native species since they are only the queen? I want to keep them like Nico and Irritants. Yeah, those don't really hibernate. They slow down, but they don't really hibernate. I mean, yeah, do the research on some of them. I am looking on doing more care guides every few weeks. Nicos are on the list because they are a species that is asked upon a lot. Hapagnatus is on the list. How long do they hibernate? It depends on the species. And it's normally just because you have to find out where they live and where the harshest time of winter is. That's their hibernation period. It's as simple as that. And if you're not sure, it's better to keep them hibernated a bit longer than too short, because the hibernation period is also a resting period for the queen. So the queen does not lay eggs, or not a lot, during that period, and that gives her body time to, how do you call it, rejuvenate? But some species just don't need that. But then again, there's also species that lay in batches. So they lay a couple of eggs, then there's nothing for a month. Then they lay a couple of eggs, then there's nothing for a month. What happens if you keep them up? For some species, the life expectancy of the queen will lower. So the queen will die earlier out of exhaustion, maybe. Also, don't forget that a lot of ant species, they store sperm from the male inside the body, and that sometimes that also will end. And by hibernation, that is extended. Okay, guys, if you don't want to see anything extra, I am going to end the stream. So at least from my side, the plan for the next few weeks is, or the next week, is going to be see if I can buy another Viv and do a video on the Tetras. And yeah. I spent yesterday evening making a couple shorts, so I will also be posting some shorts. Let's see how the nest is doing. Yeah, it's good when you see black. I'm crazy. Thank you. There's Rita. Rita. Why is it so dark? But Rita is doing very good. Yeah, that's true. Ants are cold-blooded creatures. They cannot make their own heat. So when it's cold, they slow down. This is also a trick that some people use to put them into smaller setups and stuff like that. Because if you slow them down, you are able to move them around easier and get them into tubes and stuff like that. So it's not that they're sleeping, they are slowing down. There's a lot of eggs there. There's like 3 ants running around with a mouthful of eggs. See that bottom one? See that one? Damn. Yeah. Yeah, that's enough ants. Okay. I am flipping it around. Well, guys, thanks again for being in the stream. It's been a constant 30 plus, I think. Fuzz, Arizona Antkeeper, thanks for the donations. All the donations will go into new ants, so that's great. And yeah, small peak. Ooh, project. Well, hope to see you guys in the Discord. We're having fun with the diaries there. I'm gonna change it not only to Rita but also to some other species, just to keep you guys busy with that. I think that's a better idea because we see Rita every week, of course. Again, thank you for joining, and see you next time at the Crafting Ant.